Christopher Nkunku, this is your final chance. In the last 5 games, Christopher Nkunku has got opportunities in 3 different positions and he hasn't performed. But today, Enzo Maresca in his press conference comes out with more positive reinforcements saying he can get us more numbers. Enzo Maresca also gives us a preview for Chelsea versus Southampton and how it's a must-win game. When these words start coming out of a manager's mouth, you know he's desperate. We get the team news, we get the injury update on Trevor Chalobah. We also find out who is Enzo Maresca's number 1 going into the game. So let's get into it. But before we get started, recently you lot have not been paying your rent. And your rent in this case is free. All it takes is a second of effort, and that's hitting that like button. As it gets to 1,000 likes, if you're new to the channel, subscribe for your daily related Chelsea news. It literally comes thick and fast. You will be updated, and I'm your favorite YouTube dietitian. You'll get all your Chelsea nutrition. And more importantly, I want to know where you lot are watching from. Look, the community's grown massively. So in the comments below, let me know what country are you lot watching from and the city. I always love to see it. It actually humbles me. Genuinely, it humbles me because I'm shocked that people tune in to listen to my stupid face. But let's get started. From the outset, let's get into the team news. Luckily, it's positive in the sense that there's only one new injury, and it's the injury that we expected and is not long-term. Trevor Chalobah is the only injury and he will be out for this game, and then he should be back in 10 days, they said. So this is positive news because the next game after this is next week, Thursday against Copenhagen, because we're not in the FA Cup. So he has time to recover. Enzo Maresca confirms this. All in all, look, we are racing to that international break. There's 3 games in the Premier League, 2 games in the Conference League. After that, our players are expected to return. Hopefully, we'll have a thicker squad to pick from and it'll be better. Next story. Enzo Maresca was asked about Christopher Nkunku, and this is where it gets very interesting. Look, all season, I've been saying one thing. I think Nkunku's a very talented player. However, I don't think Nkunku's good enough to be playing in the number 10 because we had 2 players that were better than him. Joao Felix and Cole Palmer. People told me religiously, Nkunku is an amazing player. We are not using him well. We're not doing it right. He's been wasted at number 9. He was stat padding with those penalties. All of a sudden, now his confidence is low. Everyone else thinks he's absolutely terrible. When I say he's decent, that's what he is. He's a decent player that is low in confidence. Once that confidence goes up, he becomes a good/great player on his day. However, in the last 5 games, Nkunku's camp has been moaning, right? Oh, he's not been playing. Well, he's been getting his opportunity. He's played 5 games. He's played in the 9 position. He's played in the 10 position. And he's played on the left wing. All 3 times, all 3 positions, he's not been good. Genuinely, I don't remember the last time Christopher Nkunku had a good game. I don't mean he scored a goal. I don't mean he's got an assist. I mean had a good game. I don't care about output in terms of, oh, it will cloud your judgment. I need performances. I need someone that I look at and say, he's effective. He's doing something that other people aren't doing. Defenders are worried about him. At this moment in time, defenders aren't worried about Nkunku. They're bullying him. Genuinely, if you look at it, they absolutely overpower him. They know he's not going to run away from them. And Enzo Maresca, in today's press conference, decided to say, look, Nkunku's a good player. Tomorrow's a good opportunity for him to play a bit more and provide us with some output. If it was up to me, Nkunku's getting dropped. Listen, Nkunku has shown me everything I needed to know about him. This player is not good enough for the Premier League team. I don't know whether it's because he's low on confidence, whether he's got injured, and now all of a sudden he's lost his explosiveness, which I don't think he ever had. But this guy's jumping out of challenges, he's uninterested, he's not on his toes. Honestly, just get him out. Like, in the summer, sell him. At this moment in time, we have to depend on him for the next 5 games. After that, once our options come back, I don't want to see him play. Another player that is going to get another opportunity is Filip Jørgensen. Listen, I was very harsh on Filip Jørgensen because he plays in a position where you have to be harsh on a person. You can't make 4 great saves and then letting something simple and expect not to get criticism. The reason I say this is because what Jørgensen letting, in my opinion, a Chelsea goalkeeper needs to be able to save those shots. But Enzo Maresca said, look, if you change players every time they make a mistake, you're going to be changing a lot of players consistently. And this basically gave us the indication that Jørgensen's still his number 1. For me, This makes sense, but at the same time, if I'm Sanchez, I'm knocking on that door. But at the same time, Sanchez has been absolutely a calamity for such a long period of time. He most probably understands the situation. For me, I think this is the right decision. And the reason I say this is because Jurgensen has not been bad in the games that we've seen him. It's just that mistake was a high-profile one that cost us points. Fans are emotional. I am emotional. I speak my mind. And then the reality is, when you reflect on it, you look at the game back, you start seeing something. I wasn't panicking every time he was on the ball. And I think that's a very good sign. And that is exactly what we need from a ball-playing goalkeeper. So him being in goal, Enzo Maresca confirming, is the way to go. Enzo Maresca was asked about the upcoming games. And fans didn't like the statement, but he said, look, now we're getting to the point where these are must-win games. We need to start performing. We have 12 games left. We can make Champions League. We need to start performing. So fans took this as, why did you not say it's must-win from game week 1? Because the reality is, you can't go into every game saying it's a must-win game, because then eventually there's no such thing as a must-win game. It's just a game. So for me, that's a very stupid statement from the fans, right? What we need to do right now is back the team. The team need us more than ever. A lot of people telling me, why do you think we're going to make top 4? I think we're going to make top 4 because I don't think we're as bad as the results have been showing. Genuinely, I don't. And Enzo Maresca said that as well. He said, look, we've not been good, clinical in the last 7 to 10 games in both boxes. We're creating the chances, we're not scoring. We're not defending well, and we're leaking more goals. And the numbers show this. Our eyes tell us this. The number of chances that we've created that we've not taken ends up costing us because our defense doesn't keep the clean sheets. Don't keep clean sheets. Don't take chances. That is a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for you dropping points and you being infuriated. Furthermore, there's more information on this, right? We need to actually start to contribute in a positive way to our run of game. Maresca says we have got games coming up now where if we win one, the momentum will start to rise and we can go on a little run. And I think he's right. We've got Leicester City, we've got Southampton, we've got 2 Copenhagen games. I'll be honest with you, I expect us to go through against Copenhagen. I don't care how we do it. It's a cup competition. Just get through. That's all we need to do. Just get through. However, the 2 games in the Premier League, we need to get 6 points. We get 6 points in those games, we are going to be back in the top 4. A lot of people speak without knowing. How can you say that? How do you know other teams are going to drop points? Because they play each other. They play each other. Go check the fixtures before you talk. Right? Manchester City end up playing Forest. Yeah? And then there are other fixtures around us where clubs in and around us that play each other. Liverpool play who? Have a guess. Newcastle. Arsenal play Forest. All those clubs are in and around us, meaning they are they will, some clubs will drop points. We have a perfect opportunity to get 6 points on the board and then go into that Arsenal game. And who knows, confidence might be at a different level at that moment. Wesley Fofana might be back at that moment in time. And then we have a different strut, a different walk, a different bit of arrogance about. The final thing Enzo Maresca said is about the Villa game is, listen, we can build on it. We had a good performance, and I don't disagree with him. You know what? I've watched the game back, I've watched the highlights, and honestly, it's as simple as this. And people are going to say, Alex, you simplify things too much. If Cole Palmer scores his opportunity where he slipped, but then got the ball, and Martinez slipped, and then he got it past Martinez, and Konsa clears it off the line, if that goes in with 9 minutes to go, we are going to win that game. It didn't go in. If Jurgensen didn't do his best impression of a hologram and the ball go through him, we get a point. And then everybody's speaking in a different light about that. It's a good point. We are sitting in either 5th or top 4. And everyone is optimistic because we've got 2 winnable games coming up. And everyone's up for it. However, it didn't happen. There's no ifs, no buts. We dropped the points. But he's right. We dropped a good performance. He said Neto looked very good in the number 9 position. He ran around, he caused problems, and in this situation, this is what we need. He said Enzo Fernandez was fantastic. I do not disagree with that. I think Enzo Fernandez was absolutely outstanding, and his passion, his leadership, his guidance is exactly what we need at a time like this. Reece James played 90 minutes, which is unreal for Reece James. I don't remember the last time he's played 90 minutes for us, genuinely, without getting injured. And for me, tomorrow, I rest him. I do not risk Reece James unless we need to. So tomorrow is the game that we need to talk about. And the game that we need to talk about is Chelsea versus Southampton. What does this mean? Must win. You cannot demand top 4 if you do not beat Southampton, we need to get 6 points from Southampton and Leicester. I hate to look at Leicester at home the next game, but I demand it. And the reason I demand it is because these players have been in poor form for far too long. Too long. We need to step up right now. We need to make sure that we are a team that is proud of what the badge means and the crest means. But how are we going to do this? I think we need a goalkeeper. We need a goalkeeper in Jurgensen. I think at right back, we're going to have to go with Malo. The two defenders, I'm going with Levi Colwill and Joshua Chempong. Joshua Chempong needs to play. And I say this over and over again. He has to play. If you start with Toussaint, it causes problems, man. Because I don't think Toussaint was good against Aston Villa on rewatching the game. I thought Colwill was actually a good performance. Left back, Cucurella. No other choice. Midfield two, personally, I would go with Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Number 10, I can't believe I'm saying this. Can't believe I want to do this. Going with Christopher. I think Christopher Nkunku has to play number 10. We have no other choice. Cole Palmer on the right. On the left-hand side, I'm going with Tariq George. I do not want to see Jadon Sancho anywhere near my team. And in the number 9 position, I think I'm going with Pedro Neto. I want them to cause havoc. I want them to hit him on the break. I want them to cause chaos. It is what it is. We're going to have to stretch. There's going to have to be players that run. And this is why I don't want to see Nkunku in that number 9 role. Players have to run at people. You need to cause chaos. If you don't cause chaos, they're just going to be comfortable. And then it's going to become a low block game and it's going to be problems. I need Palmer drifting in. Gusto needs to be overlapping. Bombard the ball with crosses and we will get a cutback goal. It has to happen. We need to win this game. I don't know whether we're going to do it because honestly these days my confidence levels are very low, but I expect to win. I actually think we will. I think it'll be a comfortable win. Can't believe I'm saying these words. This is the most clippable I've been in a while, but it is what it is. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts, and like I said in the comments below, let me know where you guys are watching from, because it always humbles me that so many people from around the world tune in. We're a big community here on the Kavkas View, and I appreciate every one of you. Peace out, I'm out.